So today a review of the Adidas Supercourts in cloud white, and crystal white. But as you can see, it's not a completely white shoe. It does have some different accents and layerings that really attracted me to the shoe actually. First things first, I ordered a 9.5. I'm usually a 10 in most shoes, but I ordered a 10 at first and they were way too big. So I personally recommend going a half size down. But again, the best way is just to try them on yourself. They are a leather shoe, so you could expect a little bit of stretch, but I personally went a half size down. So ever since I had the Stan Smiths several years ago, I was looking for another pair of shoes like them, another pair of tennis shoes, white leather, but I didn't want to get another pair of Stan Smith. I thought they were overplayed and too many people had them. They became too mainstream. So I was really looking for a while and I thought about spending money on an expensive leather shoe that looked probably pretty similar to this silhouette, but I didn't really want to drop that much money. But with spring here and summer right around the corner, I think every guy's got to have their pair of white leather shoes, and this was my decision for this year. And so, as I mentioned, it is a nice leather, and one thing, and several things about the shoe you can't really tell online. One is, this is definitely a thicker cut of leather, and the shoe was a little bit heavier than I thought. You can see here just in the sock liner. It's pretty thick, and you look at the cut there. It's pretty thick, and it is a heavier shoe, so I could definitely see this guy being a tank. But I was just a little surprised. I am used to my lighter shoes. I'm not that this is too heavy that I won't wear it. But it did catch me by surprise by a little bit. And the main thing that attracted me to this colorway over the many colorways of the Supercourt that they have online, and I got this for right around like 45 bucks. The retail was 90. They just had a big sale with everything going on right now. So I decided to pull the trigger and at least get my actual size before I decided on whether or not I actually wanted them. But I really love the layering of this shoe, right? I really love the way they did this toe box specifically. And while I was looking for a white leather shoe, I do really like the suede or nubuck accents here in this kind of creamy tan color. And you see that around the toe box in a second layer, around the mud guard. You see a slightly lighter version of that in a leather in the sock liner, which is quite nice for a $90 shoe, even if it's not super nice leather. And you see it again on the tongue here. It's got like a half tongue piece right here. And you can say there's branding on there as well as the rest of the tongue. And the rest of the tongue is really like a almost wovenish material, or like a thicker textile material. The one thing I think about this shoe that really, if people didn't know this was an Adidas shoe, screams a little more of an expensive shoe is this sole. I think this is a sole that we see in a lot of, style sole that we see in a lot of more expensive shoes, and so that's something that really attracted me to this. It's got a very interesting outsole. Of course, I won't be using this for any sort of performance, but I think what Adidas really does great for a while with their heritage brand is they're really good at tennis shoes, obviously, for over like 40 years. And so the Supercourt's really kind of a hybrid where they took the best elements from a lot of their tennis shoes from the past however long and made it into one shoe. And we got another hit of the logo on the back in that tan. But I really dig these, and I think it's a great option. And there's a ton of different colors, and I could definitely see these being as big as the Stan Smiths were several years ago. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll leave a link below if you guys want to cop these.